What is up? Welcome to, man, I'm excited to say this. You guys ready? You guys ready for me to get this out? Welcome to Phone Phenom. You guys want to be a phenom? Maybe you don't even know what it is. You know what? When I think of phenom, maybe I think about being phenomenal. And I know you guys want to be phenomenal. I'm going to get into the definition in just a second. Why are we doing another show? Why? Couple reasons real quick. Number one, I love producing content to help insurance agents. We have a studio that cost us 40, 50 grand to build, so we might as well use it. Am I right? That's point number one. The second reason is not only do we love producing content and helping agents, but the phone is the #1 sales tool on planet Earth. And it's also the #1 thing that insurance agents struggle with. If we're trying to change this statistic together, that 92% of agents fail. Sucks, right? It's awful. It's horrible. If we're trying to change that, then you need to be good on the phone. And so when we jump into this show, today we're going to give you statistics. But when we jump into this show every week, we're going to do all kind of crazy stuff to get your fear of the phone to vanish. We were proclaiming that we're doing this show earlier today, and someone came out and said, hey, my fear keeps me from picking up the phone. How are you going to help me? I'm helping. I'm going to help you make some freaking moolah. So thank you for joining us on Facebook and YouTube. The goal, just to proclaim it up front, the goal for Phone Phenom is to get you amazing on the phone, is to make you absolutely phenomenal on the phone. Which camera angle do you like better? I want you to be phenomenal at the art of using the telephone. This little bitty device scares more people than anyone else, and it's insane. It's unbelievable why this phone would start to scare people and why you would not pick it up, because it's a freaking hunk of plastic, keeping you from making 6 figures, keeping you from eventually possibly making 7 figures. It's because you're scared to pick it up and you're not an assassin at the art of using the telephone. I need you to be great. For you to be successful, you gotta be great. So let's jump into the definition. So the definition of a phenom. Are you guys ready? What do you think the definition is? I didn't even know this. A phenom is and tell me in comments below in Facebook and YouTube if you're okay with this being you after several weeks of us helping you with your art of skilling up on the phone. A phenom is a person who is outstandingly talented or admired, especially an up-and-comer. Are you an up-and-comer? Are you outstandingly talented or admired for your phone skills? I love the phone. I'm a freaking phenom on the phone. There's no doubt in my mind. And I'm doing this to help you be a phenom on the phone as well. I want you to be outstandingly talented. I want you to be admired. And I want you to be the next up-and-comer in this industry. That's what I want. You want that? Do you want that for yourself? I want you, Tate, to be an up-and-freaking-comer in this industry, and that's why we're going to do this together. So I got a bunch of stats that are going to blow your mind, that are going to surprise you, that I want to jump into. Dylan, any comments or feedback before we jump in?
We got lots of people on YouTube watching right now, and a lot of them are saying they need help on the phone.
Come on, give it to me. That's right, I'm with you. I'm with you. Thank you, buddy. Awesome. Well, dude, hey, when you guys have questions, put them in. Dylan is mic'd up for the show today to address your questions, to be able to tell me when you got something good that's freaking gold. Because the goal of this is to make you a phenom on the phone. That's why we do. That's why we're doing this. I'm a phenom of using the freaking telephone. Like, I don't know of anyone that's better at using the telephone to get what they want than me. And I'm going to transfer that into you over the next days, weeks, months, years, and decades, baby. All right, so let's jump into the phone stats. You ready? phone statistics. In 2007, I want to get some stats out of the way. I want to educate you a little bit, because for you to be great at this, you've got to be educated, informed, right or wrong. True or false? You've got to be educated a little bit. So in 2007, 12 years ago, it took an average of 3.68, we'll call it 3, cold call attempts to reach a prospect. So when you called someone, it took an average of 3 attempts to get someone on the phone. Now, a decade later, it takes an average of 8. 8 attempts. 8 attempts to get a prospect on the phone. You wonder why most of you struggle at using the telephone. Most of you struggle at using the telephone because you go once and you give up. You go twice and you give up. You may go 3 times in some random rare occasion, and then you guess what? You give up. I don't want you to give up on me anymore. If it takes an average of 8 attempts statistically to get someone on the phone and to reach a prospect, then let's go freaking 8. I've been preaching 6. Let's make it 8, right? Because I want to do everything in my power to make sure that I'm helping you succeed. And so, because I said it a while back, Harvard Business Review and InsideSales.com, they did a study, 100,000 internet leads over 3 years. What they noticed is it took, once you called, it does take an average of 8 attempts, so there you go. When you went 6 dials to a lead, 6 calls to a lead, you had a 90% chance of contact. Most of you are giving up way too early. You're not going deep enough. You're not going far enough. You're lazy. You're lethargic. You're not picking it up enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's all I'm asking. So that's the first stat. Remember that, because that's going to be a huge helper. The second one, about 80% of sales, I've preached this before, about 80% of sales require 5 follow-up calls after a meeting, and 44% of salespeople give up after 1 follow-up call. They say that sales are made between the 5th and 12th contact. Are you going 5 to 12 touches? I preach 12 touches in 72 hours. Write that down, Dylan. We'll address that next week about my specific 12 touches. Duker also came up with another phone idea for next week on specific stats of hours and days to call and all that. We're going to give you so much education that it will blow you away. 80% of sales require 5 follow-up calls. And most of you aren't even going once. I guess about half of you are going 1 time. Any thoughts over there, Dylan?
Not at the moment. All
right. Number 3, about 70% of people make purchasing decisions to solve problems. I had a veteran agent preach this to me a decade ago when I got started in the insurance business. And he said, you're not an insurance agent. He said, you are a problem solver. A salesperson is someone that's supposed to solve a problem. It's your job, your duty, your obligation, your responsibility to solve a problem. 70% of people make decisions just because it's going to solve a problem. You buy leads from Secure Agent Leads and me because you're hoping that it's going to solve a problem of helping you make more money. Right or wrong, true or false? Yes. Just think of yourself as a problem solver. You're not a salesperson. A lot of interest agents say they're an order taker. I'm no order taker, dude. I'm a phenom. But I'm a phenom that's going to solve your problem. Prospects, number 4, prospects that buy have about 58% more objections than prospects who don't. This is surprising. Dylan, I'm going to go to the close camera too because I want to talk to you guys right now really close and personal. Prospects that buy present 58% more objections than prospects that don't. So my summarization of that is that Prospects that give you no objection, they don't give you objections, they're not a buyer. So when you get objections on the phone, and phenoms understand this, when you get objections on the phone, that's a buyer. If they don't give you an objection, they're not a buyer. I preach this all the time when we call leads. I prefer that they own life insurance. I prefer that a lead owns life insurance when I call them, because they're used to it. They're giving me an objection that they already own it, and they're used to paying for it, and they believe in it. So that's why I wanted to reinforce that. Objections are good. That's kind of rare. You don't think about that, but objections are actually good. Weird, right? That objections are good. That don't make any sense, Cody. What are you talking about? Objections can't be good. Objections are good. I don't make sales without someone giving me a what? An objection. I don't make sales unless someone gives me an objection. I just don't. So I prefer objections. So when I see something like that says that prospects that buy present 58% more objections, I'm like, no crap, Sherlock. But you guys don't know that. Or you think that when they're giving you objections, they're not a buyer. I'm going to let you know a little secret. If they're giving you objections, they're a buyer. There's no doubt about it. They're a buyer. Next thing is, this one will surprise most people. It didn't surprise me, but tone, I'm actually surprised by the statistics a little bit. I would have said about 60-40, 70-30, but 80-20, not 86-14. Tone is 86% of the conversation. The words you use are 14%. Most people don't show, I was training the sales team this morning, most people don't show confidence on the phone. They're not asking questions. They're not in control, and they're not punching the person in the mouth and getting their attention. Tone is 86%. So if you have 100% available, tone is 86% of the conversation. Your tone when you're talking to someone. 14%, only 14% is the words that actually come out of your mouth. You could say the worst thing in the world, and if you present it with some enthusiasm, you present it in control, and you present it in a good manner, apparently it's more important than the words you say. 86% tone is more important. The words are only worth 14%. Of that 100% pie, your tone is important. If you sound monotone and you don't like listening to yourself, the prospect isn't going to want to listen to you either. If you don't like listening to yourself, they aren't going to want to listen to you. Newsflash, if you sound horrible, then no one's going to want to talk to you. So improve your tone. Next one, the optimal voicemail message. Bear with me here. This one's good. I'm going to go back to the side camera because this one surprises me. The optimal voicemail message is less than 30 seconds long. I want you guys to do me a favor. I'm going to give you a voicemail right now, but I want you guys to do me a favor. Write down that when you're sitting there right now, rehearse your voicemail, or write it, or do it after we got the show. Either way, rehearse your voicemail. I promise you, it's over 30 seconds long. Most insurance agents are puking on people through their phone. The optimal voicemail message is less than 30 seconds. For instance, let's do it. I'm going to stay on the side camera because I'm going to pull up a timer, stopwatch. Let's try this. Miss Betty, this is Cody. Hey, I'm getting back to you about your request for the new final expense information. Now, Betty, I got some really good news. Call me back as soon as you can. My number's 911, 911, 911, 911. Call me back as soon as you can. I've got some great news about the information that you requested. 19 seconds. Almost 20 seconds, okay? I guarantee you the average insurance agent voicemail is about a minute. About 3 times longer than that. Because this is what you say. Hey, Miss Betty Smith, this is Cody Askins with No Negativity Insurance Company. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to even do it right now. This is what most of you say, and we're going to test this out. If optimal voicemail message is less than 30 seconds, I don't want to leave one longer than 20. Because I'm never going to be average, right? I'm not going to meet a statistic. I'm going to exceed a statistic. So here's what you guys do. Miss Betty, this is Cody Askins with No Negativity Insurance Company. Looks like you went online saying that you wanted a quote to buy some life insurance. Now, I just have a couple of questions for you so that I can get you the information that you need. Again, it would be really great if you could give me a call back. I'm sorry I missed you. My number is 911-800-911-9111. Again, Miss Betty, this is Cody. My number's 911-800-9111. Please give me a call back as soon as you can. I need you to get you that information. I'll be out in your area on Friday, and I stay pretty busy. But again, you should be able to reach me if you call me back. I would like to schedule an appointment to come out and give you that information, okay? So please give me a call back as soon as you can. 49 seconds. 48.5 seconds. That is 2.5 times as long as a voicemail should be. Most of you, no lie, put it in comments right now, Facebook or YouTube. No lie, you're doing that. Put it in comments, Facebook or YouTube. When we get done, I want you to time yourself, video yourself leaving a voicemail, and send it into our office. Send it to my email, Cody@CodyAskins.com. I guarantee you, you're using way too much time on your voicemails. 45, 50 seconds, 55, 60 seconds, anything over 30 is way too long. Okay, it's hard for people to keep your attention, right? True or false? It's hard for people to keep your attention. If that's true, prospects are humans too. It's also hard for you to keep their attention. If someone leaves a voicemail that's over 20, 30 seconds, it's way too long. Even over 20 seconds, it's just way too long. I'm telling you, it's got to be under 20. I showed you 19 seconds. I didn't even know how long it was. Before we jumped on the show, I didn't even plan on doing that, but it was perfect, right? 19 seconds is a lot better than a minute. You've got to get your pitch down. You've got to shorten it, and I like the No Negativity Insurance Company, though that may be something you need to name your company, but just in general, think about your voicemail. Pitch it, script it, role play it. You should never do something that you haven't practiced. That's just stupid. 50% of sales go to the first salesperson to contact the prospect. This one's really good. 50%. Half of sales go to the first salesperson to contact the prospect. Are you first to market, or are you lazy? Phenoms are not lazy. Phenoms, P-H-E-N-O-M, they are first. Be first. Be deliberate. Be intentional. And be a freaking rock star because you are first. And because you're not letting people beat you. 50% of sales go to the first salesperson. The other 50% is shared by another 3, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 people. Now, our leads are exclusive, but that doesn't mean that the person isn't responding to another ad online or a direct mail piece or a commercial or a phone call, right? They could be responding in multiple different ways. There's billboards, there's commercials, there's TV, there's direct mail, there's Brokers Clearinghouse, there's surveys, there's free iPads, it is so freaking convoluted nowadays that you need to be first. You just need to be first. Next one. Using "Did I catch you at a bad time?" makes you 40% less likely to book a meeting. Wow. I don't like that. I used to use that when I was early agent. Hey, did I catch you at an okay time? Did I catch you at a bad time? Did I catch you at a good time? It makes you 40% less likely to book a meeting because it's telemarketing. It just is. We don't ask that crap anymore. You've seen my script. I'm going to go through my script in detail, calling tips, phone tips. We'll eventually add telesales to this too. I'm telling you, the Phone Phenom show will be your favorite show. I'll be shocked if it isn't. Did I catch you at a bad time? Did I catch you at an okay time? Did I catch you at a good time? How are you? It's telemarketing. This is Cody. I'm getting back to you about your request for this. I'm the local field underwriter assigned to help you. I'll be out in your area on Friday. Now, Betty, tell me, should I drop it off in the morning or in the afternoon? It's simple. And did you ever hear, did I catch you at a bad time? Did I catch you at an okay time? Did I catch you at a good time? Or how are you doing? Or I'm looking for so-and-so. Or is this so-and-so? Or hey, I need to talk to so-and-so. None of that, right? I like asking questions, but I don't like asking stupid questions. Next one, 41.2% of salespeople said their phone is the most effective sales tool. Can I get an amen in Facebook or YouTube comments? This thing, this big old thing, for over 41% of salespeople said that it's their most effective tool. And I'm telling you, it should be 100%. Unless you're like I only door knock and I'm a door knocking freak. Maybe that's you. But most salespeople, I'm telling you, if you get good at this, you can be so efficient, so positive, and such a freaking rock star that you freaking slay and dominate. This is your most effective sales tool. Number one sales tool on planet Earth, right here. Thank you. Who created the phone? I don't know. I know Steve Jobs created this one, but he didn't create the original telephone. I should know that, but.
Alexander Graham Bell.
Alexander Graham Bell. Thank you, brother. Dude, we owe you this show, man. Thank you, Dylan. See, that was a test.
I said it pretty quietly because I wasn't very confident.
Yeah. Dude, lack of confidence. Dude, I don't know. I didn't know. I know it now, but that's good. Thank you, buddy. All right, best time to cold call. Best time to make calls is like 4 to 5. So like I like weekends at 4 to 5. I like evenings at 4 to 5. 4 to 6, like that's a great time. Evenings, weekends. If you're looking at like during the day, during a work day, like between 8 and 5, 4 to 5. Second best time is in the morning, like 8 to 9. And then the worst time is during lunch. That'll surprise people. Worst time of the day to call is during lunch. Any questions before we wrap up our very first show? Let me know what you think in comments, Facebook and YouTube. Phone freak. We should have added a P, spelled freaking with a P. Phone freaking phenom. I want you to be outstandingly talented, abnormal, amazing, and a phenom. Anything else, D? Any questions or thoughts?
No, we got a couple questions just talking about calling old leads.
Okay.
But we've had some videos about that if they want to go check it out.
Absolutely. Okay, yeah, and you know, even calling old leads, I don't like to tell them that they did it a year ago. I like to act like it's fresh because they may have responded to somebody else. That's one tip right there. I like to keep it fresh. I don't like to act like they did it a year ago. I like to use the same script, whether it's new or old. I don't care. It still works. These are stats and statistics that you need to know, because if you're not in the know, you can't be a what? You can't be a phenom. Dude, I'm all about helping you succeed. I'm going to pour content on you because 92% is way too high. It's my job to help you. It's my job to make you successful. And I'm jacked up about helping you, which is why I'm bringing the most passionate dude on the planet to speak to you at 8% Nation. The Mr. Michael Irvin. I'm holding up my tag like it's me. Dude, I got to get more passionate. That dude is a freaking passionate dude. Michael Irvin is passionate. He's hungry. He knows his stats. And he's not going to call someone one time because he's a phenom at what he does. The dude ain't good as good as me on the phone, but dude, he's a phenom at his craft because he's not lazy. I want you to spend some time with us at this event. Also, real quick, before we go off, I want you to check out CodyAskins.com. We've had several people, just had another one actually, as well. Just had someone grabbed we've had a few universities go today, Mastering Insurance Telesales, people are signing up for Cody's training program as we speak. Thank you, Carrie, who just signed up at 5:24 p.m. Central Time, so thank you. CodyAskins.com it's all about helping you. I've got for those agents that are new and you're struggling, you're like, man, I want to be amazing. I want to be a phenom in all aspects of the business. I've got it's CodyAskins.com. It's a new Cody's training program. It's like $8-9 a week, $37 a month. You get access to resources, scripts, a library, and I'm going to do a private weekly training class every Wednesday afternoon, late afternoon, every Wednesday. I'm going to spend some time with you on Wednesdays for a 1-hour private training class where we're live in a private group and I'm going deep and I'm addressing your questions. Thanks for being on the first one. Phone Phenom. I want you to be a phone phenom. I want you to be unbelievable. Thanks for watching. I'm Cody Askins with Secure Agent Leads, CodyAskins.com and 8% Nation. I'm here to help you succeed. Dylan, thanks for putting this together, bro.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks for being a part of the first one every Tuesday at 5 o'clock. Phone Phenom at 5. Every Tuesday at 5 Central Standard Time. Phone Phenom from now on to make you great at the art of using the telephone. Thanks for being with us.